Well, there's the kicker. I didn't press go live. I connected the stream and everything, and I did not press go live on the YouTube side. I thought connecting the stream was all because it showed it going through on the little timer thing. But oh well. Might as well update people. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to press live on the YouTube end, and that's why it didn't do it. I connected the stream but forgot to press live. That's why I probably should have tested that's why I probably should have tested this unlisted in a stream, but I was testing the software and its settings so much before that I thought it was pretty easy. Oh well. Well, time to say hi, guys. Oh, it better be working still. If there's any issues, just tell me. Like, what if something isn't working? By the way, I might as well show my camera on here. Where's OBS? Yeah, there's me. I was talking a lot to the camera before. I thought that people were hearing. Yeah. And current viewers. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone who potentially joined before, but I have a feeling, given it was 2 or 3 viewers, I have a feeling that I have a name to every number on it. But yeah. You know, because I was kind of proud. I'll just show my waiting room. Here's my waiting room that I pseudo animated here. I say pseudo because it's more of an edit of a loading screen here. And it's taken from Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which people, if you're around me, you know I've been kind of obsessed with lately. So yeah, and I had been setting up a lot of I'd been working to set this up, but no problem, no need to complain about how it's not working, or how it wasn't working at first. I might as well post this on Twitter and just see who's going on. This is more of a pre-stream, not pre-stream. This is more like I should get to the point because I kind of wasted some people's time earlier by thinking I was streaming when I really wasn't. Oh well. See, I had a countdown and everything, and I tried to learn how to use OBS. Oh well, I should have learned how to use YouTube. Oh well. I might doodle a bit. This is more like a hangout to see if anyone asks anything. Thank you so much. I do like it. Thank you for commenting on the colors, although it's not necessarily my choice considering it is an edit of Persona 4 Persona 4 Dancing's loading screen. Okay. Hey. Yeah, let me just post it on Twitter. Because hopefully I do want to, well actually first tell me if my audio sounds okay. Because I am using a cheap Chinese mic, just because I didn't want to set up my, like audio, my main audio mic, which I use for recording in my video. But the thing is film people will get what I mean, but that mic is TRS, and I'd have to feed it through a TRRS converter, and I don't want to deal with potentially breaking that mic. because with that mic, it's hardwired. The cord is hardwired into it, so it's not like the other Rode microphones where you can get a replacement jack for it. But oh well. Let's see what people say. Now, one thing that I was kind of curious about doing this is because I was curious about potentially worlds colliding, because I feel like the people who follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever are not the same people who are fans of my presence on YouTube. So I thought that it might be an interesting worlds colliding effect here. Hi there, Price. I don't know if you want me to use other names on here or not. Well, I guess, I don't know, I'll usually defer to your username, assuming that it's a privacy thing, given the different platform. So I don't know if you want me to call you what I know you by or not, so I'll just say Price for now. Hi. Hey, let's draw something. I've also been curious about, I should have set this up, I should have practiced this, about dual setting my drawing tablet up over here as a dual monitor. So if I play Crazy Taxi, hopefully I could see the chat once I do play Crazy Taxi. Yeah, hi Trixie. Thank you, I'm glad you like my videos. Yeah, names are kind of like fickle, I guess. I sometimes kind of wish I could change mine on here, because I kind of wonder if if it's weirdness, because there's no other Zibbo Yeye, of course, but sometimes I wonder if its weirdness is a deterrent to some people. Oh well. I've been playing Persona 4, so let me try that. Oh wait, actually, I have a special guest here. Wait, no, I do not actually, because I didn't set that up either, I think. It was a stupid thing I was gonna do anyway, but because it's stupid, I want to do it. Oh wait, oh no, I'm right. I do have a special guest calling in. Yeah, it's Uncle Duck, he says. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, look. Yeah, what you drawing there, Zib? Oh, it looks stupid. Oh, I'm gonna do something crazy. No, please let me stay on. No, Butch. Oh gosh, that's gonna scare people who don't know. I shouldn't make inside jokes to this. Uncle Duck. No, get him off, please. Let me delete him. Yes, I do want to delete Uncle Duck from existence. Now, usually when I doodle without having a project in mind, it looks garbage, or at least disposable to me, because I usually just doodle and leave it just to stimulate myself, just to get it out there. Really, is he all over? Is he really being tweeted all around? Uncle Duck, Uncle Duck, Uncle Duck. Oh, he's so stupid. Oh no, okay, I'll you know what? As my first drawing, I'll draw. Look at his stupid face. No, get that. Yeah. Oh, Uncle Duck. He's being made. I was thinking about sometimes I want to meet people like actors and go and give them like things to autograph. Like I thought, what if I met Butch Hartman and I had him autograph Uncle Duck? Like, what would he say? I think he'd be bothered being reminded of it. Although, really, the thing is that Butch is, as someone who's pitched several shows, and you can probably tell from his proposition of O-axis that confidence means everything. So even if you're peddling crap, you gotta peddle it with a smile. So, oh well. There's Uncle Duck. There are many memes of him. I have not seen that many memes of him. If you're around me and Janie, we've watched him. We usually have this thing. A year of like, we usually have this thing that will keep us entertained for a while. And for now, it's Uncle Duck, where so far we've seen it 2 days in a row. And then the other thing going on is I've been playing Persona 4 Dancing. Well, not just Persona 4 Dancing, just Persona Dancing in general. Now, this is something that I did not anticipate. My stream hardware is, well, streaming. It's like video and everything. I might just delete my camera off this stream because, oh well. Well, we'll see. I'll probably put it back on sometime, but let's see if that puts anything easier on hardware, because it seems to be slowing down my lines in Clip Studio. Not that Clip Studio was ever the intended sole purpose of this. It was just because, you know, it was just something to do in the background in case no one was talking. Not crazy enough. Yeah, Uncle Duck is not, I did not draw him crazy enough. Actually, you know what? I'll fix that. I'll give him his little... There we go. Yeah, I do wonder what Butch would say if I handed him an Uncle Duck. He'd be like, oh, great. I'm glad you like it. I'm selling cells of this cartoon, you know, online. You mean cells, isn't this? This is digital, right? Selling cells of this cartoon online. You want to buy some? Okay, Butch. I don't have much of a hate thing for Butch Hartman as other people. Because really the thing is that I shouldn't really talk about this. But hey, oh well, this is the kind of impromptu stuff you get when I stream, or when people stream, I guess. I don't really dislike Butch Hartman as other people do, but other people are under the impression that he's a really like bad person. But the most I would say is that I think that his Oaxis Kickstarter is probably the worst he got, because, well, that's getting people's money involved, and a lot of people don't really think about it this way on Kickstarter. But the reason why Kickstarter projects include Kickstarter donators in the credits is because really they are producers. So, you know, even though I know people are very nice on Kickstarter, but it's just a nicety that's allowed because these are average people not understanding that they're in the producer's seat, compared to a producer who funded a lot of a project and wants to see the kickback on his investment. I guess in that sense, Kickstarter donators are what do you call it? Altruistic investors, altruistic producers, so to speak. Only Butch can draw him with that soulless look in his eye. And don't tempt me. I'm probably gonna show it on stream before I even finish. Oh, my drawing is going smoother. It is because I took down my camera, I think. So I'm drawing the main character of Persona 4, who is Yu Nadakumi, and I actually have not played Persona 4. Surprisingly to people, I've played the first Persona. I'm not really into RPGs, but I was curious about the first Persona, and Persona 5 looked cool. And yes, I'll admit, as a Sega fan, I was kind of curious because Sega owned the rights. That's another inside joke I should probably not say. But I was curious because Sega got the rights to Persona and I wanted to play a bit. So I got the first Persona, and it's this is like way back years ago. I enjoyed it, but I'm not too into RPGs. Some of it, I'm a pretty aggressive player. I come from, you know, action games and hack and slashes. So when I play an RPG with status effects and stuff the like, I usually, you know, the closest point between two spaces is a straight line. If I want to get them, what the heck was I drawing with? Oh, I was drawing with this. Weird. So I usually just don't care about status effects and just punch until they drop, which hurt me in Persona. I really wanted to play Persona 2. For those curious, I did not play the first Persona on PS1 where they whitewashed the characters. I played the PSP version that is more accurate. Oh, you have Persona 4 on Switch, Trixie? Yeah, those other games seem kind of long. I'm not really into them. Well, I can't say into them. I want to like them. I want to play them. But it's the length and the time investment that gets to me. And that goes for a ton of other stuff, ton of other games that even got to me about like Death Stranding. But you can understand that it's especially a problem. Well, I guess I say problem. It's problem for me. For other people, it just means you get bang for your buck. But yeah, it's a problem for me in RPGs because I just want a quick game that I can be done with. Yeah, well, this doesn't have to look great. One thing that I like about him, though, is that he has hair that conforms to the, more or less conforms to the upper contours of his eyes. Or maybe not conforms, but they form a visual look as though they are the upper part of his eyes. Or his upper eyelid, rather. It reminds me of L from not Persona. It reminds me of the character L from Death Note, who's one of my favorite ever. Okay. So that's how you draw Uncle Duck. You know, yeah. Well, you know, another thing is that Persona 1 isn't even that short of a game. It's like 30 hours. It's, you know, which is typical for an RPG. I won't say that's out of place. But the thing about Persona 1 that I kind of, one day I ought to go back to it, is that there's a completely other playthrough, a completely other story you can play, and which is kind of surreal to me. It's kind of crazy to me that that there are like two pretty full-length narratives within Persona 4. Not 4, Persona PSP. Well, just the first Persona, but I played the PSP one. Yeah, it's funny. I know you say, I see my friends saying that I draw humans better than them, and I would say that's probably true. They usually draw animals. It's funny. Oh, I should not mess with my desk. That makes annoying sounds. I usually drew humans growing up. The only exception to the rule is Sonic, and really, that's about it for animals. The thing is that because of the people I associate with now, I usually end up drawing a lot of cartoon animals. It's something that they're cute and they're fun to see, so I want to be good at drawing them. But the thing is that compared to humans, which generally conform, they're humans, they're one creature, they conform to a typical shape and such that you can play with the proportions a bit. Each animal has certain proportions and head shapes, and it messes me up. I guess that probably doesn't mess some of my friends up because they draw them quite toony, but for someone like I kind of prefer a bit of structure to give me a sense of pattern and stuff. But that's just me. So that's why even though I prefer drawing cartoon animals because I like the look of them, I do kind of struggle with it. Oh, if Uncle Duck meant Rick Sanchez. Let's see. Rick Sanchez ought to be easy to draw here. He's like, yeah. Actually, this is a pretty good Rick Sanchez. Yeah, so Rick is usually like, he has his like eyes like eyelids lowered because he's weird, or more like because he's apathetic. And he's like, "Oh, Morty, I'm angry." And then he has like a sun on his head here, and that's how you draw Rick Sanchez, as seen from like Fortnite. Part of the reason why Rick Sanchez has been a common recurrence in my conversations with my friends is because he's their favorite character in the world, like ever. No, I'm kidding. It's because in the show Pound Puppies, not Pound Puppies, what am I talking about? This is why I can't talk in multifocus. Wait, what do they mean? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, wait, anime. Oh, yeah, anime Rick Sanchez is just real. But yeah, it's because in 101 Dalmatians, the series, there's a recordist credited called Rick Sanchez. And we thought that was so funny. It was kind of like a Where's Waldo thing where every credits we had our eyes glued to it. Rick Sanchez did not make 101. He just recorded the audio in it. I'd be really scared to see what Rick Sanchez made. What a cast of characters here. Only one of these. It's funny, the character Rick Sanchez who's just a circle, a set of circles, and a spiky hair. I drew him way worse than everyone. That's so funny that, like, I don't know. I think it's funny that my friends commented, "Wow, you draw people really well." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess so." And I kind of comparatively in this low effort quick sketch deal, I kind of confirmed that, wow, I actually do draw people pretty well, at least anime people. Rick Sanchez made 101 the series all by himself. You know, it's funny because I didn't need a sketch. I didn't even need a sketch to draw Yu Narukumi like that. And I was pretty unconfident about his hair. But even though that's the thing I love most about his his character design is the glare his uniform hairline, not hairline, but his uniform hair gives the character's eyes. You know, you can tell me whenever you want to see me play Crazy Taxi or whatever. We'll see. I'll have to set it up and maybe set my drawing tablet as my second monitor. Yeah, Persona guy wants to stop them. Oh gosh, what can I? Let's see. I have my desktop audio. Let's see. You know what? This might as well be a way to test my desktop audio and how it comes off. Let's see. I'm gonna switch windows real quick. Let's see. Is this coming? It looks like a black screen to me. Oh no, this is the real screen. Oh, Uncle Duck. Okay, I'm going to test some audio with this intro. Let's see. Let's look how it comes off. Oh, that's pretty loud. Whoops, let's turn that down. Does it sound better, guys? I mean, oh my gosh, I don't think I can. Let's turn that window off a bit and then we'll see what goes. Okay. What do you guys say? Does the audio balance sound okay? It's kind of loud to me. I can't like focus. Oh, well, wait, I'll just turn my headphones down. Okay. No, I'm gonna lose all my viewers. No, Duck is above. Does it sound okay now? Does it, like, okay, I lowered the audio. Does it sound okay? Okay, it's better now. I'm gonna analyze Uncle Duck for you guys. Oh, look at, well, first off, Uncle Duck is like a quick change artist because he's wearing a blue like suit, and then it becomes like a denim blue suit here when he's like in his really scary face in the middle staring right at you. So he's like, he's always changing it. It's not even, look, even when it's a different blue, I wonder if that's a compression issue, but even when it's a different blue, his hat is not even consistent with that. And also blue on blue, like why would you ever design a character to be like that? Okay, so there's Uncle Duck, the iconic. Oh, the iconic, like, this is up there with like like the Looney Tunes when Porky Pig, when you see like who's the star, this is like up there. This is like the next generation. This is not like, this is not your mom's cartoon. This is not even your grandkids' cartoons. This is like what your kids will watch when like they realize Skibbity sucks monkey butt. Uncle Duck, will you watch the kids while I go to the store? Here it comes, their mom who is not just pitched up. Uncle Duck, will you watch the kids while I go to the store? And how would you feel if Butch Hartman was your mother? I feel like some of you have Butch Hartman as a mother. Every time they say Uncle Duck, they restart the video. Well, I feel like that's a meme out there. I feel like that's what I was doing earlier. Okay. So one duck.
Uncle Duck, will you watch the kids?
Oh, wait. Look, I just realized something. You notice how the inconsistent blue on his shirt and hat? Look, now his shirt is a lighter blue and his hat is a darker, like denim blue. It's not even consistent to the previous inconsistency. What the, I don't even get how this happened when you're coloring in an art program, because usually you do, okay, that's blue, duh. Like I don't even get why it would be like that. Like they went back and like picked a different shade of blue, like, oh, I'll just approximate it, I don't want to use the eyedropper tool. So there's Uncle Duck's kids, I mean niece and nephew.
Uncle Duck, will you watch the kids while I go to the
Oh,
store?
watching the kids. And don't just zoom in on the background so it's all blurry.
Do anything crazy.
Me?
I'm on crack, I have problems.
Don't do anything crazy.
Sorry about that. Oh, and then she drives off. Oh, this is why you shouldn't like keep me with your kids. Which I have to wonder why the mom, like she's clearly aware of Uncle Duck's crazy antics if she has to warn him not to do it. So to just leave him with her kids, I have to think that there's something more going on. Given we don't see the father in the picture, I think that like Uncle Duck is maybe, they're real. I think like maybe he's Uncle oh no, I can't say that. But I really want to. Let the record show I really want to. So he pulls out his stupid red rocket from his pants and they're all tweened. Ugh. Oh, and this is when it's prime Butch Hartman, because you can see the style he does all his other drawings where it's like, I won't. Shadow doesn't exist in Butch Hartman world, and you may think that this is like just space, but when you see his other drawings, he shades every drawing with a green outline. So that's just normal. Wait a minute. Look at that. Okay, so they land in normal. Look up there. Look at the top. You can see it's like a comic book panel. Like he couldn't even, like it's not even cropped right. Like you could just fix this in editing where it's like you zoom in. Okay, now let's see, because efficiently an animator would use the same set and the same camera angle because it should just be static. So if things are, right with this world, we should see, wait a minute, it's properly cropped here, but not here when he returns the kids from their frightful adventure. No, people are asking me to end the stream. What did I even ask that Trixie is saying? Do not ask that. I like colorer. What colors do you want for Uncle Duck? Creator. I think that's like Butch talking to himself in the mirror. Okay, so this scene's messed up because you can see the weird panel, even though it should be the same crop and scene as used earlier, but whatever.
Were you guys bored while I was gone?
Because that's something people say. How much of an ego do you have to ask? Oh, does your life totally suck without me? I bet you were totally bored. What's your problem? Oh, she's all right. Oh, and then like, also I have to think this is Butch. He saw Phineas and Ferb and was like, yeah, I can do that. It's simple. Yeah, the mom comes back and then like, yeah, after an adventure and she doesn't know anything happened because she's stupid.
Bored while I was gone?
Yep.
So like, yeah, this is him upping Finny Ferb. Oh, what a cartoon. What a cartoon. You can see the music I listen to, like Sum 41. What concept? Good idea or bad idea? Concept? Final. Look what I do, like all that changed is that one kind of stylistically, but all that changed is that Tough Puppy isn't buff in the final version. What if you all had Butch Hartman for a mom? Yeah, I did ask that. Oh no, is Uncle Duck the thing? Oh my gosh, that's a little weird. I didn't know that it showed my chat. Whoopsie. You know what? Let's switch out windows here. Okay. I'm glad that wasn't on any like sensitive information when I was on YouTube, because I thought it would only show one Chrome. His eye became blue in the final. Well, I'm not gonna stream Uncle Duck again because I feel that I scared most of the people here. You guys stupid while I was gone? Yep, you know it, babe. Uncle Duck, Uncle Duck. Well, you know what? We saw that in concept. Uncle Duck was like, or we saw in concept Dudley Puppy was really muscly. Do you think in like the original concept for Uncle Duck, Butch was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw Uncle Duck and it'll be you know, the uncle everyone wishes they had. He'll be really muscly and stuff. You think Butch has ever drawn Uncle Duck like really muscle bound? Might as well color in his hat blue. No, that's too light. Okay, yeah, that's an okay blue. Uncle Duck, Uncle Duck. Uncle sucks. I hope Miss Duck stays the thumbnail. Oh gosh. Well, I might as well draw his loving lover, aunt and sister, whatever her name is, Miss Duck. Okay, let's get some space here. Oh, I want the blue to stay on his hat. Let's draw Miss Duck here. So she has a little earring. That fact was not lost on me. Let's do something crazy. Okay, so there's Miss Duck's hair, and she's like, actually, let's make her have a little like disappointed face. Don't do anything crazy. Like play Crazy Taxi. Oh my gosh, that's why it was all connected. It was all my plan. It was all foreshadowing that I was gonna play Crazy Taxi on stream. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. Oh my gosh. Uncle Duck buff compilation. Well, you know what, Butch Hartman would have, like, he'd be rich off YouTube Kids money if he formed like a thumbnail with buff Uncle Duck. And like every kid will be like, whoa, buff man. Oh wow. I'm gonna ask, do you? Well, I should set up my. I should set this up as a as a dual monitor so I can keep up with the chat. So I'll try to set this up as a dual monitor. Let me get my controller. Also, tell me if my thing is like if my mic sounds fuzzy because it's had some issues lately. I've had some issues lately too, as you can tell. Finny Ferb. That's what Japanese people shorten it to. Finny, right? They say, yeah, I think they say Finny Fa. Thank you for being so active in the chat, Trixie. Thank all of you for being active. Duck. You know what? To balance out the picture, I'll add Miss Duck's pink hair. You guys stupid while I was gone? Yep. Totally stupid. Oh. Now that's Miss Duck pink right there. I can't forget her gold earring. Yay, that's Miss Duck. Thank you. I'm glad my mic sounds all right for being a cheap Chinese one. Let's see if I can set up dual monitor. This let's call it, why is this here? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna save it because I don't know if any of you can see my file directory if I pull that up. So I'll just post it somewhere and then probably upload it somewhere else. Uncle Duck. No, like that cannot be my stem. That I will not let that be my stem. Proceed. Let's do something crazy. Hijacks taxi. Oh man. Oh no, Riku, who is this Uncle Duck? How am I supposed to know? I'm working off the same information you are, Morty. Okay. Yeah, so I have a dual monitor now. Dual layer. That's Audicon. Whoa, oh man, it's going on my second screen. Oh yeah, there totally is a way to turn the screen black. I probably should have. I don't know why it's like, let's see, is it still all right? You know what, I'll show one of the other drawings that I've been working on lately while I set up other stuff. But no, I clicked on Neoda's mom. Oh wait, oh no, I clicked on Fennec. Okay, good. If any of my YouTube subscribers check this out, they won't, I don't think they'll know who Neota is or any of my other OCs. Okay, why is... Oh, duh, YouTube's not coming up because it's on my second monitor. Yeah, it's working all right. My dual monitor thing, I'll just... Thank you. I decided to draw Finnick with glasses because, yeah, You know, I just scribbled an effect over it to make it look kind of like Mayor Bellwether's from the movie, or Assistant Mayor Bellwether's. And it actually ended up looking all right. I might just keep that. I had this kind of idea where I think Finnick should wear glasses and he crashes his truck or something. Yeah, I've kind of been in a Zootopia phase. What can you expect? It premieres on my birthday this November. I think Zootopia 2 comes out on my birthday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he is a nerd. I don't think he'd like wearing glasses. Well, this is probably him appreciating his look. Thank you for liking Yoda. Oh my gosh, Uncle Doug does feel like a Rick and Morty character. He is, well, because there's no, one thing I was talking about is that there's no premise. There's no premise whatsoever to, there's no premise whatsoever to Uncle Duck. It's just insanity, craziness just going on just for the sake of it. Like Uncle Duck has nothing there. He's just crazy just because, oh, well, we need a cartoon to do something weird. Yeah, I'll show my, here's one that is pretty much done. I just need to fill up a background. This is one I'm pretty satisfied with. But you know me, anyone who follows my Twitter or Blue Sky knows me. I sit on a drawing until it's well fermented. That's a really disgusting way to describe it after saying sitting on it. Oh well. Makes 30-second pilot with no story. Well, you know, it's funny you say that because some of the new networks are clearly designed to be pilots, like Dino High, which is a paper thin scenario, and Imagine Nathan, which is weirdly a Danny Phantom like. Thank you so much for appreciating my drawing. I like glasses, although I usually don't like drawing glasses too much because, let's see, did I do this effect here? Let's see. Let's see, did I do this overlay effect here? I might not have actually. Okay, no, I just added the glasses glow. Actually, that's enough to establish an effect like, that's enough to establish an effect that there is glass there. Because with the Finnick drawing, I used a different technique where I used a different technique where I put in a layer of like very scarcely opaque white over even the line art. This is just drawing the reflectiveness is a pretty effective way to show that, to where I don't have to deal with the annoyingness of layers over my line art, which I use for reference and coloring. Janie should wear glasses. That would be funny. I feel like you drew, I remember you drew her once as a nerd. Janie, you drew Janie Poodle as a nerd once. You'd probably, that's quite an image to think about because Janie already has very big round eyes. Yeah, and I know why you have Trixie. I know why you have problems drawing glasses on characters. It's because I don't have those problems. I'm better. No, I'm kidding. I know that because it's hard because you have to deal with the layering of it. Yeah, the layering is the biggest hardship of it, especially when you draw animal characters. Like I know Mayor Bellwether has the glasses. It's interesting because the earpiece forms over her ears. It's actually normal. Whereas Finnick's glasses kind of just hang on his face, but what are you gonna do outside of maybe draw some weird, like, what's it, like the kid from that one kid from Spy Kids, where his glasses, Spy Kids 3, where his goggles form over his head. That's the only other way you can do it. But I just chose, but then it's like, it loses its sense of like glassesness. Bellwether's just kind of lucked out because the way her ears flop, having to conform with our like view of glasses, how the rims go over the ears, it just worked out. Also, that's really nice of you, AMV Cartoons, to remember that Secretary Janie wore glasses. I'm assuming you're right. Yeah, Janie seems to agree. That's very nice of you to remember that, because sometimes I forget, and she's my girlfriend, Janie, so I should remember those things. Whoopsie. Yeah, well, that's Trixie. You saying that it's tough because of how you draw eyes is very much what I said to Janie, and that it's hard to think about because Janie Poodle has big round eyes, so it's hard to figure out how they would conform to a face. Yeah, Finnick with his ears flopped down. I imagine there's quite a bit of range to them. Or maybe I like to think that because it's cute. I kind of drew them kind of flopping back here. In my recent drawing, and I might as well show this because I'm really just making you look at still images now. Yeah, this is like probably one of the best drawings I've ever done, and I haven't posted it. His ears are kind of meant to flop back here, but I don't know if it came across. It was hard to work with the angle here. Hey, I might as well show these because who knows when I'll probably post them years from now. Not really, but yeah, I'm just joking. I take a while on my drawings. I've joked about. I've like toyed around with these enough without actually drawing. So let's see if I can actually set up my my controller here. I think I can. I tested this yesterday. I got in kind of a panic attack yesterday because I'd been testing OBS. I made that loading screen, which I didn't really get to use, as you saw, because my stream ended up late. But so I was preparing all this, and I was testing out a game the other night, and it just did not work. It just did not work. And I was like, what's up? Why is not the game working? And then I pulled it up again and again. Didn't work. Looked up what to do when a game doesn't work, and it didn't work. And then I tried a different game, Crazy Taxi, and it worked. I guess I was messing with Typing of the Dead, and I guess that's why it had issues. Oh, why it had issues? I don't know why it had issues actually. Typing of the Dead was just finicky, but I would kind of need more concentration to focus on typing and talking and reading the typing in the game and reading the chat. So that was not a good candidate for what I could stream anyways. I'm gonna stream very soon. I just connected my controller. I just got a super chat from Chili Healer here, who says, I really love your videos, Aaron. I can't. Wow, she must have a cold because that's not an Australian accent. I ought to finish up another review so that I can put Chili in the background because Janie has gotten me several plushies. I should say a few. And when she has gotten me one, I usually feature them in the video in some way. Oh, hello, Oscar. I'm David Hasselhoff. Yeah, this is Chili's stream now. I'm going to play Animal Crossing. I assume that's what Chili plays. No, I'd like, she should probably play Resident Evil. That would be cool. I'm so silly. Hi guys. Funny one. Oscar just joined, and it's about time that I'm gonna play a game, so not a bad time to join. I'm sorry if if it seems like I'm fumbling about, but I have a dual monitor, and it's kind of finicky. Haha, finnick, haha, pun. And it's finicky to me switching about windows, because one of them won't show up on my main screen because it's on my second monitor. Okay, but let's move on to gaming. Oh, look, I even made a BRB for when I have to pee or even poo or get a snack, I guess. So I'm setting up the game. Oh, if she was in America, Chili's voice actor, that would be really cool to meet her. I was thinking of going to a convention lately. I hope this doesn't sadden Janie, but she seemed kind of chill about that. I was feeling a little stressful about going. I was thinking of going to an anime convention to get an autograph from someone. And it's another case of, like I said, with Butch Hartman, where this isn't what you would expect to see there, what they would expect to see. It was a voice actor of Sailor Moon, and I wanted to get an autograph signed from the show she was in, where she played Lady Lydia in Go Dog Go. You know, sorry, I felt really anxious, and I didn't have any friends who wanted to go. Yeah, I didn't have any friends who wanted to go, and I wasn't sure how much I'd fit into the anime scene there, because I don't watch that much. Just setting my pin away. Like, really though, if it is a bother, sorry, Janie, that I didn't go to the convention. But next time she's here, considering Janie is seeking long-term residency here, hopefully we can go together one day. Wouldn't that be really great? Okay, I just started my game. Let's put OBS here. Let's see. I love you, Janie, by the way. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, I have to turn on the audio. It should be pretty low. So I'm going to let it play a bit. And don't worry, this should not be copyrighted music because I was prepared. I replaced the files in the game.
Crazy Taxi 3.
It sounds all right on my end. Tell me if it sounds okay. I'm gonna let the intro play just to have more audio sample, but let's see how it like sounds. Come on. Please start. Okay, good. It's my uncopyrighted music. It's from a video game. Does it sound okay? The window is a bit small. Whoa, why is it like that? That's weird. It wasn't like that yesterday. Yeah. Thank you so much for telling me the window needs enlarging. Good. Yeah. Okay, is it all right now? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I hope it's not. I know I'm fiddling back and forth, but because of the window resizing, it kind of messes up a bit. It sounds kind of low. Okay, I'll turn it up a bit.
High rollers, time to try your luck. Go for it.
You can't hear the game audio. Okay, let's turn it up. Well, I just turned it up. Okay, because sorry, you might not have heard it because I was switching windows. Okay, let's see. Does it sound all right? It sounds all right on my end.
Crazy.
Stupid Taxi 3. Uncle Duck 3. Well, that's as low as the music's getting. I can like turn it up. Oh my gosh. Hi, Zinnig. Oh my gosh, I really should have. I meant to DM you because I saw you were online and I was like, I think they would be interested in this. So I hope it wasn't like neglectful because I know you stream too. In fact, you kind of just came in at the right time because before I was just messing about drawing and watching a Butch Hartman short on Noob Network and talking about it ad nauseum. Okay, needs to be louder. How about, let's see, let's see, because yeah, I'm just messing with audio right now, guys, so okay, now how does it sound, guys? I'm difficulty, is that's default, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's default. So this is Crazy Taxi 3 initially released on Xbox. Yeah, I don't think I could make it past Uncle Duck 2. Now I'm even more happy that I got this drawing screen for Christmas because I can use it as a dual monitor should I stream again. Okay, well, Jamie says it sounds better, so let's try this here.
Go ahead and pick a car and driver.
As last time I played as Gus, who comes off kind of creepy. Axel's classic. I'll play as Axel. Oh man, I meant to change one of my configurations here, but let's see.
Okay, high roller. It's time to make some real
Thank you for saying that my audio sounds okay. And yes, I was anticipating potential copyright stuff because I switched out the audio with, I switched out the music with music from video games. For example, this is What a Funk. Ah! Whoa. Did my controller disconnect? Oh man. Whoa, something's up here. Well, this is pretty crazy. Wouldn't you say if you got in a cab and your taxi driver just ran into a wall and stood there? Let's go for a take two, shall we? Okay, first off, is this coming through on OBS? That is really weird. Why did my controller disconnect? Is it just out of batteries? That would be really unfortunate. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh. It says connected here. You know what? If it happens again, I'll just get my PS5 controller or PS4 controller. So sorry about that though. I wish it showed the level of battery on here though on my computer. The thing is that I hardly ever play Switch games. It heard me talk about Uncle Duck. He's trying to get that meter money. Oh wow! I hope he. Oh, what a distraction! I hope the guest. I hope they don't notice that he's going nowhere.
Crazy Taxi 3!
Oh my goodness. What is going on? This is not good. This is not good, dude. It's okay. This isn't my only controller. It's just a controller I quite like. I don't know why it's not working though. Oh gosh. Not connected. I think it is battery. Hold on, I'll have to get my PS4 controller. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I connected my DualShock now to just rearrange the configuration on this game. I should have known. Streaming does not usually go as planned, but oh well. I say that as if I'm experienced in it, but oh well. Okay, everybody, let's see. Oh, yeah, those thing in the pod. Yeah, this is actually, if you recognize that, this is a like image from one of the stock videos I used in my Dead or Alive review.
High rollers, time to try your luck. Go for it.
Okay. What a shame, because I really wanted to use my 8-bit dough controller. Let's hope it works.
Go ahead and pick a
He eats the whole lemon. Taxi is too crazy. Yeah, okay, I'll be Axel. Asshole. I shouldn't say that, that's naughty. Okay, well, because I have another theory for what this could be, and it could be that my that because I'm streaming, it's taking up a lot of bandwidth. But we'll see. So this is Crazy Taxi 3. I technically taken a few people on as my grasshopper back in the day because this was quite an obsession for us. And the move that I always bring up that no one really talks about, and it's because I owned it on Dreamcast and read the manual, is there's the crazy accelerate, which is just drive and gas at the same time. But then there's, I think it's like crazier accelerate, where you click reverse and then gas, and where you click reverse and then do the crazy accelerate. And it's an even quicker speed boost, or even faster. Yeah. There are no swears. I try not to say swears on stream. Or at least in my kind of public presence. I was really tempted to say a certain swear when I was watching Uncle Duck. So this is, it's funny. Back in around 7th or 6th grade, I was quite into old game collecting, and I guess it wasn't too old by that time, but I got an Xbox really just for the Sega games, because who can say no to Jet Set Radio Future? And as you're seeing now, you probably can't say no to Crazy Taxi 3. So really, if you look at my... Oh, crap. It's right here! Okay. So really, if you look at my Xbox collection, it's just a bunch of Sega games. What's the next song I used? Oh, okay. It's, I kind of strategically picked this song because the other songs in this list are 2 minutes, and this is quite a long song. And unlike the original Crazy Taxi, there's only 3 songs per level in Crazy Taxi 3. And if you're on a long run, oh boy, you'll be hearing some songs over and over again. It might sound like heresy, but you will get tired of The Offspring eventually. It is a shame. It's very weird that a lot of those games are Xbox exclusive still. Especially about Jet Set Radio Future, because Jet Set Radio is such a revered series. What the hell am I doing? Jet Set Radio Future is such a revered series, or Jet Set Radio rather, and it's a shame that it's stuck on the Xbox. It's also just a shame because I'll just say it. Jenny won't call me this, but I'm a weeaboo, and no weeaboo has an Xbox. And Jet Set Radio is such a Japanese series. It's stuck on a console where I think so few people can appreciate it. I have not played the arcade cabinet of Crazy Taxi, have you? Duck Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of learning to read chat and play, but I saw Duck Jesus. Is that for Butch Hartman's new streaming service? I really feel like after Oaxis, I think Butch Hartman's new streaming service will just be a website with, or I don't even know, did they even say streaming service in that one, whatever it said? I really think it will just be a website to links to shorts. Bro, I really disappointed these people. For those who are not familiar, this is This is Crazy Taxi. The music is not. This is the music from Castlevania Chronicles, a remake of the first game on PlayStation, where Simon Belmont is a red-haired pretty boy, as I like him to be. Look, I know the Judgment designs get flack, but I'm a fan of, what's his name? Obata from Death Note. So, quite like them. And I love Impractical Clothing. A website with only Uncle Doug. Yeah, Zenik, Butch Hartman, his latest announcement, I think, is a streaming service for Christian cartoons, which on the side, even when he's lost relevance after Oaxis, he had been doing little Christian shorts and songs on YouTube, which isn't really bad. I don't know. It's just something where it's like, oh, this is a fall from grace from Fairly Odd Parents, but I mean, if you want to make faith cartoons or whatever, you know, it's okay, and as long as you aren't promoting anything harmful or discriminatory, you know, it's all right by me. You know, you can make faith cartoons, you know, however, but it is kind of funny to think, you know, after he made your childhood, he made you, he'll make you Christian. The music playing right now is so unusual from Black Panther. No, not the Marvel movie. I mean, Yakuza Black Panther, which is a PSP game. You might find it by looking up Yakuza Kudohyo. Oh, Tracy, you like the Judgment designs too from Castlevania The Judgment? Let me take a drink of water. Simon himself does look really cool. Oh, did Crazy Taxi 3 get an arcade version? I should have known because this has its home in the arcade. But I don't think Crazy Taxi 2 got an arcade version, which is very weird because the Dreamcast hardware is very much derived from their Naomi software. Oh, that car. Yeah, that wall saved me there.
No time for talking. Let's go.
Because when I was looking, I was trying to find music that is the right length. Yes, I know I can extend it a bit, but music that's, you know, lengthy enough that it doesn't get redundant, and music that doesn't get me crashing into walls. But hey, we don't always get what we want. Poopy. Oh no. What? My taxi can't go through a bush? Oh no. Oh no, it can't go through George Bush either. Oh no. Okay, Okay, whenever you lose a customer or get a bad ranking, strategy is pick up someone less demanding. Who was right there? Okay, there he is. And then slowly build your way up back to where, because once you get late, once your timer is the same time as it takes to drop off a person, you're in a world of hurt. It's hard to reverse that. It's kind of like being in Crazy Taxi debt, so to speak. I'm the pizza man. Oh, you know what I should have? Actually, it's funny because I thought I should use I'm the pizza man in this. I really did think that, but I forgot to write it down. I really should have used Pizza Man. I'm so sorry. Because I did think about that. Oh, I should have written it down when I had that idea. That's from another kind of Crazy Taxi-like game. There should be more Simpsons games. I think Jamie and I were talking the other day about how it's kind of a shame that they stopped. Well, because one thing, what's it called? Hit and Run is like the Simpsons game, right? It's like the one. So, and after it, they made the Simpsons video game, which is still a decent video game, and it tried to be clever with some of its jokes, and its cutscene are 2D animated. So it's a very, even if, and it had an open world Springfield to a degree. So even if it's not a sequel to Hit and Run, I like that they didn't skimp out on the quality of the Simpsons video game and still delivered to fans, especially since they had arguably more eyes on them after Hit and Run. I had Road Rage. I always get Road Rage and Hit and Run mixed up. People's childhoods are all centered around Hit and Run, or maybe that's a bit over dramatic to say, but I kind of feel like I missed out not having Hit and Run. I had Road Rage, which is a Crazy Taxi knockoff that got in litigation for knocking out Crazy Taxi because they made the simple assumption, the very, very logical assumption that only an evil idiot would copyright their, or what's it called, patent their video game style. But no, Crazy Taxi is a patented style by Sega, which is really stupid. I don't like the idea of patenting game mechanics. I get that, yes, the Crazy Taxi is a creative original idea. Sure, it 100% is. And original ideas should be protected. That's what patents are for. But patents are also for protecting against competition. And, is Simpsons Road Rage really did it really provide what people wanted to see out of Crazy Taxi? Was it really the Crazy Taxi killer? The Simpsons Hit and Run really provide that much competition to threaten the existence of Crazy Taxi, that to the point where it warrants Crazy Taxi making a patent? I really don't think so. 2007 had The Simpsons ride at Universal. That makes sense. That was about the time of the movie. When I was in Britain, I watched The Simpsons movie with Jamie. It was like our first movie we saw when we were in Britain. I loved Britain, by the way. I love being with Jamie. Well, I guess the thing is that I'm biased because Jamie loves being here, and I love being in Britain. And the thing is that well, to me, Texas will always be. I guess I just said I'm from Texas. Whoop-de-doo. This will always be just this place. But to Janie, this is the place where I'm from, and she has lovely memories here. In the same way that I probably have a rosy-eyed view of Britain, because to Janie it's just the place she's always been, but to me it's a place where I was so happy, and it was kind of like the culmination of a lot of my goals and feelings of sense of inadequacy. I placed a lot of self-value on going to Britain because it was something I really had to fight my parents to do. So being able to do it was such a big achievement to me, and I'll be honest, even before I could, I was thinking I'll feel like a failure if I don't go to Britain, because that's just how it is when you have a goal. And so, hey, I did go to Britain, and that was cool. You better be like right. Yeah, you are at the used car shop. Muscular men. Yeah, that's like Jamie should draw like herself in a taxi picking up muscly men. That's a Jamie Poodle moment. That's my girlfriend's OC for anyone not familiar. Although I feel like not that many of my YouTube subscribers are in. I feel a little guilty because some of the people that I really love seeing most in my comments are from the UK, and perhaps I was a little bit too late, streaming this here. But oh well. Oh no, he said your driving sucks. Well, let's see. As you can tell from that line, even though you pick up multiple people, they do have individual timers. So if they say your driving sucks, that usually doesn't bode well for the final delivery, as you can see here. But you used to be an orange guy, right? Why did you want to go somewhere more, like, expensive? Oh, well, but even though I said you can usually pick up a red or orange guy to get your timer up to kind of ease your way back in to the game, picking up a green guy isn't a bad strategy either, because they put a ton of time on your timer. So if you can get in time, you're pretty good. And it looks like that's what I did right here. If this truck doesn't screw it up for me. I usually do say what a Jamie moment a lot. Oh gosh, I don't even know what happened there. I might, because my 8-bit though has like X input, I might end up streaming next time. Perhaps if I choose to stream again, I might stream Outrun, because that had really fickle controls with DualShock inputs. So maybe with Xbox it would be better. Oh boy. Let me just... Yeah, there actually was a Simpsons Crazy Taxi, Zinnick. As I said, it was Road Rage. That's what I grew up on. I love how many characters there are. That's really cool. Too bad they got sued. As I said, I don't think gameplay mechanics should be patentable. Oh gosh, well, here's where my run potentially dies, because... No, I'm not going the wrong way, stupid man. This could be where my run dies, because this is the bridge. And when I was kind of guiding, when me and my mates were going through a crazy taxi phase, when we were going through a crazy taxi phase, we hated the bridge, because there's no destination on the bridge. It's just a time buffer. It's pure RNG. Whether or not two buses get in your way, how fast you make the turns, and the bridge is just a buffer, pretty much. I'm not gonna make this. Luckily, if you still have them in your car by the time you park, they won't leave. Oh gosh, get me out of here. That wasn't about the game, that was just my mental space coming out. Oh, save me, Buffman. After this, I'll probably have another run of Crazy Taxi just because I love this game, and then I'll probably end stream. Well, another thing about the bridge that's a pain is because the physics and contacts in this game don't work like the first game. Because you can in the first game you can kind of slide and grind on a wall. Not in this game. The wall is a movable object. Oh, that was a pretty good one. I have not played Simpsons Wrestling on PS1. I think Janie has. She might have streamed it. Oh no, this is going to play Bad Religion when I... Oh, okay, good, I can skip the credits. I will play West Coast again. I have not modded the other music to be... I have not modded the other levels to be licensed music free, but you know. That's weird, none of Harry Shearer's active characters were on the right. Janie and I have been watching The Simpsons. Well, we often watch The Simpsons. The thing is, yeah, of course we like The Simpsons, but we end up watching a lot of, like, bad episodes. You know, I'll be Gus. Now, let's see. F1. Up, down, right. Oh, wait, what's the... I'm trying to mess with some of the... Yeah, F2 is how you get the other vehicles. You get them by doing the crazy pyramid, or is it the crazy... It's a crazy X, because this is Xbox.
Let's have some fun.
They changed Gus's line reads, and same as BD Joe's. I wonder if they thought it came off creepy or whatever. I wonder if they thought BD Joe's line reads came off as, like, racist or something.
Here we go.
So yeah, this is the fastest ride in the game. Oh, you're going to sleep, Janie. I love you. Night, night, night. I love you too. Mama, I love you. Thank you for staying up pretty late. I don't know if this is as you usually do. I can't see the time now. Oh yeah, it's pretty late for you, somewhat. Thank you for staying up late to support me on stream. So this is the fastest ride in the game. The bike was in the first game. The stroller, the crazy stroller, is in the second game. The bike's also in the second game. Like, they kind of... That's one thing that I like. They added these extra vehicles, and they never, like, really took them out. So, the stroller's from 2, it's in this one. The bike's in 1, it's in 2 in this one. And the bike's the best ride in the first one. It's really fast. The Chariot is just, like, even faster. The thing about the stroller is you spend so much time unlocking it in Crazy Taxi 2, but it's actually a downgrade. It's one of the worst controlling vehicles I've ever, like, seen in a video game. Actually, like, I was pretty disappointed as a kid. It's really funny, but, you know, well, that's the thing. It's really funny, but it's hard to, like, see as anything but, like, a joke considering how dysfunctional it is as a vehicle. Whoa, that's kind of the drawback to the Crazy Chariot. Sometimes it's a little too fast. But that's the thing, is that it's really fast, and also its reverse is really fast. So it's very able to course correct should you make an issue. I wonder how many people know about these, because I think a lot of people don't bother with the crazy box or pyramid or X in these games. But they're fun little challenges, and they aren't like they aren't too hard. Like you aren't going to be stuck at them. You aren't going to be stuck at them for like a while. You'll almost certainly unlock. You'll almost certainly unlock these extra vehicles. The thing is that I've never been able to fully complete a crazy box or pyramid or any of those little bonus missions in these games, like all the way. The final mission always stumps me, except for I think the first game. But in 2, for completing it, you unlock the cast of Crazy Taxi 1, which is really cool, but I never did it. And I think in this game, if you complete the Crazy Pyramid, or if you complete the Crazy X in this game, you can play as any character in any level. So it's pretty much the same unlockable in 2. Except of course here you have more characters because you have the characters from 3 in the mix as well. Which no one remembers because, well, as you can probably guess from my playing, when I play Crazy Taxi 3, I don't play Crazy Taxi 3, I play Crazy Taxi. I play Crazy Taxi 1 with the jump and Crazy Taxi like 3 mechanics. I like 2, but one thing that's funny about this game is that they're structured. The levels, you'll notice it goes 1, 3, and then a level from 2, and that's because 2 is a pretty hard game. I'm also kind of surprised that 2 hasn't been ported, considering Taxi 1 is probably up there with Resident Evil 4 ported everywhere. Let's see who's there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I bet a lot of people don't know that you can play the characters from Crazy Taxi 1 and Crazy Taxi 2 because, I don't know, Crazy Taxi 2 is just not that, like, not as big of a game. For some reason, it's not ported that many places. And also, you have to complete the Crazy Box or Pyramid, and that's in Crazy Taxi 2, which is probably the hardest game of the series. Well, I don't know if I'd say hard because I'd have to judge each individual map, and Glitter Oasis is probably one of the hardest ones because, I don't know, the level Crazy Taxi 2, the reason why Crazy Taxi 2's level here is hard is because the timer is so strict in those levels for some reason. I don't know why. Glitter Oasis would be harder in terms of design. Yeah, 2's level design is harder than 1. I'd say the hardest one's design gets is the bridge. Also, another thing that I think makes 1's design a little easier is it's based on the more hilly San Francisco. 2 is New York, and there's not that many like hills for you to get airtime, so that makes it a little bit challenging. Oh, let's pick up these Yankees here. Funny, they have Yankee hair. That's cool. I should say pompadour, but I mean, you know, they're more like they're supposed to be like the Japanese archetype of Yankee. Or at least so, I think, because it's that exaggerated. In case, I don't know if anyone's like will watch the archive of this. Wow, I'm really stuck in the downtown area here. I don't know if anyone will watch the archive of this, but if any of like, if any of my YouTube viewers are like gonna re-watch this, sorry if it was too late. I feel particularly sorry because I was hoping to kind of see maybe Jack Stones, who's a pretty I always like seeing his comments. He always has something neat to say. I quite like seeing his comments on my stuff. Or one who has like a dog or wolf as an icon. Oh well. But I value all my comments that I get. I'll give a shout out to, I think, D-Realizer. It commented on my, what video was it? On my one where I talked about Belford and Lupin. I just love reading comments from people. I am stuck in the downtown area. Also, I was thinking it's pretty fitting that I talk about that Crazy Taxi 3 is the first game I stream on YouTube, because my old account that I had as a 12-year-old, this is the first game I ever posted on YouTube. I'm pretty sure Crazy Taxi 3. Oh god, I'm screwed. So it's kind of fitting, you know, kind of like, you know, history repeats. Oh my gosh, please. Oh god, I shouldn't have made that turn. It's just across the road. I'm screwed. Oh, I have a good timer on my hands. As long as let's see, can I pick up an orange guy? Only one of those doctors wants to go to the hospital. Yeah. The others are just actors on TV. I don't know. They just play doctors on TV. That's funny. Yeah, you talked about this last time where it's like, why all these muscly men, like all these people are going in a group, but going to different places? But you would think they're all part of the same group because they all look the same. Not sour enough. Just ate a whole lemon. I really liked eating lemons, and when I used to eat at Sonic, the restaurant, the fast food restaurant, I had to specify. You might think I actually knew the hedgehog himself. And I didn't want to falsely insinuate such a claim. But I used to get their icy drinks or whatever that came with a little lemon or a lime, and I always liked it. I always liked the sourness of it. I haven't had Sonic in a while. I'll be honest, like Sonic's like they have good food. They're pricey, but it's kind of interesting because I feel like they're more known for their drinks. Which I don't know how good that is for a fast food place. Ooh, get this guy. Hiding behind barrels, they really want to get picked up. Oh my gosh, you should have seen. I felt bad because I didn't have a GPS location activated on my phone at the time. So when I was Ubering with Janie, we were kind of hard to find sometimes, particularly in one location. We were hard to find for some of our Ubers, particularly in one location where it's like kind of like a plaza-y area. Oh gosh. Chariot, make it in time. And why did they say make a left? It's a straight road. Oh, thank God there's a red guy in front of me. Oh, did someone say me? That was supposed to be the red guy from Cow and Chicken. Whoa, no! Why is that evil? That's demented. That's an evil person design that where you can easily dash into like a corner. Let's see, what did... Sorry, I mean, I always wanted to try Sonic. Oh, you don't have it in Canada? I eat at Sonic's house, yes, and he has a house shaped like his head, which makes for pretty, you know, that's pretty poor. Oh, I wonder which house is Sonic's. I'll feel a little silly if I do worse on this run than the last one. I have the upgraded vehicle. Although really yesterday when I played Crazy Taxi with just a regular taxi and got $20,000, I was pretty stunned. I was like, wow, this is... I usually play with the Chariot. No need to fret about that mistake. It's just, you know, the Chariot is really good at course correction. Oh my gosh, I remember one time, one of my earliest experiences with Crazy Taxi. I love this game. As I said earlier, I was a bit of a retro game collector. I loved Sega, so I really loved this game. And I wanted to show it to a friend from school when they came over. I was in the 5th grade, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, try this." And he didn't grow up on games. He didn't actually have a game console. I remember I said, "Do you have any? So what game consoles do you have?" And he was like, "Oh, you know those little plug and play ones? That sounds kind of sad." So he wasn't really used to games. So when you get Crazy Taxi, a game that kind of has a somewhat realistic driving mechanic of like gear shifts, as in you go in reverse and drive, and it's not just A to go forward. I showed him Crazy Taxi 2 because he thought New York was cool. Even if he got into it, it probably wasn't the best one to show first because, well, it's harder. But he didn't get used to the controls. He drove forward and drove back, and like he kept driving forward and back, not really understanding how it worked. And I just kind of watched as he drove forward and back and never picked up anyone until the timer ran out. And like later on, when he was like, when he tried to be kind of more of a gamer or whatever, I don't know, people are kind of mean in middle school. He would say, I would talk about Crazy Taxi, and of course, like, then people are like into Call of Duty and stuff, and not like older games. Well, I love these games. And he would go off like, dude, I remember playing Crazy Taxi at your house. It sucked. And I don't know, I just found that, you know, at the time I found it annoying, but it's funny looking back now. Just like kids being like jerks. You miss those plug-in plays? I'm not really too familiar with those. I didn't really grow up on them. I don't know why. I'm surprised no one ever gifted one to me, because I really liked video games. So I'm surprised no uncle or whatever got me just a little plug and play, you know, just saying, oh, what is this, a video game? It seems to be a part of a lot of people's childhood, but no one seems to have not mine. Oh my gosh. I just noticed he said parades go faster than you. I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm right there. He pretty much scammed me. He got out at his location. I was right there. Oh gosh, it almost never works out for me. when I take a group of people in this game. Oh gosh, please don't let me take that group of people. The red guy! It's funny, I tried, because when that same friend who played Crazy Taxi, I tried impressing him because I was like, oh look, because he wasn't really used to video games, so I tried impressing him with what the world of games could offer, and I tried, and he liked parkour, so I tried showing him Mirror's Edge. I was like, oh, you want to see Mirror's Edge? And he looked at the cover with Faith on it, and he said, oh, well, I don't want to play as a goth girl. And so, you know, there goes Mirror's Edge. Ooh, that turn. Yeah, I like the chariot in this game, but the taxi has like better control. The taxi is, if there's any all-around vehicle, it's the taxi. Let's see what people are saying. Trekking over the hedge paired together. Oh my gosh, you had the SpongeBob plug and play with the nose? That's so funny. That's such a funny controller, and also I bet it probably did well because Bob's nose. It's just a fun thing to have looking at the controller. That's funny. Over the Hedge, you know what? Even though Over the Hedge did not become DreamWorks' next franchise, it should have been. I quite liked Over the Hedge. It's a movie that I said to Janie, oh no, this taxi's too crazy. It's a game that I said to Janie, it's a movie I said to Janie that we should watch it. Because it was a part of my childhood. It's a movie I remember seeing advertised, and I wanted to get it on DVD. Oh my gosh, come on, it's just a university. Okay, you know, let's hope I can turn it around. Let's root for a turnabout, guys. The thing, I don't know, I remember even thinking this was like weird of my mom to say when we were watching Over the Hedge as a kid. I remember because the raccoon gets caught or whatever stealing from the bear, and oh man.
All right, it's time to check out how you did today. Now let's take
Oh,
a
you rented Over the Hedge too? How was it?
Awesome.
Yeah, imagine not wanting to be a goth girl. That's what Janie said. That's what Janie said too. Oh wow, thanks game for muting this audio. Huh. I thought this would be part of the files, but oh well.
Game over.
I don't know if I'll play another one or not. I don't know what you guys want. I might, we'll see. Oh, why did it make you cry? Why did Over the Hedge make you cry? One thing that I remember that I was going to mention about it is that my mom, when the bear caught the raccoon and said, I ought to kill you, my mom was like, oh, I don't like that. Like, that's such a mom thing to say. Like, that's like right out of Marge in The Simpsons. The skunk woman, yeah, she's cool. I like the what's it called? The possum. I forget if did I already ask why did Over the Hedge make you cry? You know, I don't know. How long have I been streaming for? Been about like an hour. Do you guys want to see me do West Coast again? I can or I cannot. I'll defer to what you guys say. Because I kind of want to get to at least 15,000. I think I did last time, but if you think I should go once more, I will, you know. Okay, it's called Maybe Play Crazy Taxi, so maybe a third time's a charm. I don't know. I don't know how long each session I have is, but I'll defer to you whether or not, like, if you have anything to do, if you think you're gonna wrap it up, I can play another round, or maybe, you know, or maybe I can quit, you know, whatever you think. Actually, let's see, can I? You know what, I will go another round, just because I was so tempted to. I got like that crazy ranking last night. I'm you know, I'm Icarus, I'm gonna fly towards the sun, bro. Where the other animals were mad about the raccoon, I was 5. Oh, because the liar revealed trope. If you know Nostalgia Critic, or more like Doug, you know he hates the liar reveal trope, which is just a part of story. Do you remember when it was going around Twitter when people were asking, what's that one writing trope that you hate? Oh yeah, and if anyone just tuned in, I'm playing the same map over and over because I don't want to find new music and edit the audio files to be like into the game. I don't want to mod it because I only changed the copyright music for this level. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, Nostalgia Critic hates the liar reveal trope. I think in his DreamWorks Ueri video, he's like, he complains about how the raccoon was found out or something, which is when it was going around Twitter, the trope of the thing, name a trope in media you hate. A lot of people were quoting the liar revealed, and I even said to Jamie, I bet some of these will be people saying liar revealed, and like it was, people were like you know, down to showing the Nostalgia Critic clip. You know, I don't really watch Nostalgia Critic. I used to, of course. Well, dude, this run sucks. What the balls? You know what? I'm gonna retry. I'm sorry, but I'm not screwing up that early.
Okay, high roller, it's time to make some real dough. Here we go.
You know, the thing I think about, because you say the liar revealed trope makes you cringe. It's probably not the trope itself, isn't it? It's probably the redundancy of it, isn't it? Like, you know, because you know what's gonna happen. I'd say that's probably like the worst thing about tropes, right? Is that it results in predictability, you know, which can apply to several tropes. How much is it the innateness within that trope that you dislike, and how much is it within the predictability that, oh, I've seen this trope so many times. Like, you know, that's something that I think about. Hey, well, you know what? Even if I'm not playing too well, I love just getting a conversation going, bro. Like I love this part of what made me want to do this is that I get such an emotional high seeing people engage with my videos, and like when they leave a comment I feel so happy just reading their thoughts on what I said. So this is something that, you know, I really like. No, yeah, no offense. I know you say Trixie, you think you're easier to please for movies. That's okay. I think that, you know, I wouldn't say I disagree, but that's not to say that you don't have, like, you do have, like, good opinions. Like, it is fun talking about movies with you. In fact, I think arguably to some people, and maybe Jamie, I think that we're quite critical with movies. You know, I'm kind of critical on stuff. I mean, I talk about them on, I like complain on YouTube and on movies for like fun. Well, I shouldn't say complain, because part of what I do is I try to avoid stuff that I just want to bash. Like, that's part of what has stopped me. There's a lot of stuff that has stopped me from doing a fully written review this year. But, you know, part of it is I never want to start a year off with negativity. I never want to start a year off bashing a movie. I know, you know, so, like, and you'll notice it, like, well, okay, I did it with Blair Witch 2, but genuinely, that movie, like, fascinates me. I still find myself thinking about Blair Witch 2. It's not a good movie, but the ideas it poses are, like, interesting. But then again, I just say, if you want to see those ideas, watch them more eloquently developed in the last broadcast. You know, it's postmodernist, like, approach to video versus film, and the gray line between that is just brilliant. I love the last broadcast. Let's see what people have said. Is there any liar reveal trope that you, like, an example where you really hated Zenik? Is there any, like, moment where you really don't like liar revealed? I can't think of one that I thought was like, oh no, I don't like that. I can't really think of one, because I just accept that, like, part of the movie. One, if you don't, do you mind if I spoil the movie? One, something where they subvert liar revealed is Pebble and the Penguin. Now that's a movie that sucks, but when the truth comes out, where, okay, the main penguin by Martin Short, voiced by Martin Short, comes out and says, I've lied to you, Rocco. You know, there is no penguin who can fly. He's like, you lied to me. You're the craziest guy. Oh, you're the craziest taxi ever. And, like, they're buds. If you don't like Liar Revealed, I bet you'll be pretty pleased with that part of Pebble and the Penguin. I can't say for the whole movie, because that movie kind of sucks. But it subverts Liar Revealed, where when the liar is revealed, he actually admires him for having the guts to, like, lie to him. Hey, there's a compliment for that movie. Oh, will I be risky? No guts, no glory. Let's pick up this guy. Well, I had guts, but turns out I got left with no glory. Oh well. Fairly easy to please with movies. You know, you say you liked Lightyear, but I liked that movie, and that, like, I didn't mind Lightyear. I thought it was alright. Is it spoilers to say anything about Lightyear? I know people, it's weird to me, because people even, I think it was one of Trixie's tweets that I read, where she admitted the twist wasn't, like, good. I don't know what people wanted out of the twist. I mean, I know there are time travel shenanigans, but, like, and, like, some people might find it, like, cheap, but I don't. I don't mind it when you establish time travel in your story and the twist is time travel based. You know, is it really that bad? It's not like it came out of left field. It's funny because people, like my mom watching it, were saying, well, we already know who Zurg is. He's Buzz's father, which is a funny oversight because that's just a gag in Toy Story 2. Like, it's not like an actual plot point. It's just a reference. It's just a quick gag. This was never intended. It was never planned that, well, Andy pooed his pants during the movie premiere of Lightyear. This is the movie that poo dripped down his leg for. Like, that's just not how it was planned, even though they tried to retroactively paint it as that with that weird text at the beginning. Like, what's that even supposed to say? Like if you're already in the theater, are you gonna be like, are kids gonna be that skeptical? Like, oh, I don't know about this movie. Andy watched it. Holy crap, Andy watched it. Well, I don't even like Buzz or Woody. The toys are lame. I just like the stupid kid. What is Andy watch this gonna like do? You know, with Marvel failing, maybe it will be a good strategy for Disney to put in like a theater in the opening, like in their opening movie premieres for like Fantastic Four, whatever. For Fantastic Four, they'll put an opening text saying, Andy accidentally walked into this movie that was playing once. Oh wow, this is great. Oh my gosh, Andy saw it. Holy moly. Okay, I love socks. I love socks so much. Poetry Scam. You mentioned Poetry Scam from 101 Liar. Oh, so that's one that you... Hold on, wait. Is that one that you said you don't like, or is that one that you like? That's the one where... that's the one where Hansel and Dylan make passionate love at the end, right? I know they don't actually do it on screen, but after the credits, that's that one, right? Yeah, because I think one of the characters is lying. They're being fed poetry lines, but they aren't really a poet. Oh, these people will kill me. They might kill this run, but oh well. I feel like I'm hitting a stride with run, but oh well. I feel like I'm hitting a stride with my commentary though. Not to pat myself on the back. Yeah, that opening text was weird, Trixie. I feel like it was a desperate effort to just try to get people to watch it, because it seems it didn't do well, and it seems like they, I don't know, with that text, maybe they knew it wouldn't do well. Funny you mentioned 101 DS. I've been watching 101 Dalmatians, the series with Janie. Quite a different feel. Although there's parts of it that's like, I mean, it's 101 Dalmatians. But, geez, the bridge really kills a run, doesn't it? Holy moly. Dude, that killed me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we've been watching 101 Dalmatians, and similarly, it's probably just the, because when people you personify as a scammer, you say are a rat. So I guess it's an easy, it's an easy characterization. When you want a character who's a scammer, you have a rat. And you have that in 101 DS, and you have that in 101 Dalmatians, the series, too. I like the rat. Jeez, no. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay, so you don't like poetry scam, yeah. That's okay, I understand. Like I said, one of the issues with tropes is that it's very easy to predict, you know, what goes on. And I mean, in the liar reveal trope, well, when someone's going to lie, how often, you know, they have to tell the truth. I understand, even if I'm not bothered by liar reveal, I understand that there's a predictability that comes with the territory. Like I said, an example of where it was subverted is Pebble and the Penguin, and even then that seems kind of like not even necessary. There's a lot of redundancy in Pebble and the Penguin. One thing that I really want to do is I want to review every Don Bluth movie one day, just because I find it so interesting how a man can be on top of the world and take on the Goliath of Disney and end up faltering. Abel's turn. Spot is very cute. I love her so much. Look, do you want me to get weird? You want me to get weird, don't you? You want me... I'm on a stride with my, like, topics. You want me to talk about, like, something weird? I have one trope I don't like. Here, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I call it Rudolph the Reindeer Syndrome. And it's something that has been in my head lately. And you're gonna think it's weird that I talk about this in a Crazy Taxi stream. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Syndrome is it conforms to the underdog trope, but it doesn't. But the thing is that Rudolph. Okay, to summarize, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Rudolph is discriminated against because of how he looks. And so he has to prove himself to show, and then afterwards they appreciate him after he saves Christmas. So even if it conforms to the underdog story, how good of a message is that? That, like, I know that in society we value meritocracy, the idea that people, you know, have to prove themselves. But why should someone like... It's the responsibility of Rudolph rather than the society that judged him to change. And it's something that I found interesting about... Have any of you seen Everything Everywhere? It's interesting to me because Everything Everywhere All at Once is not a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer trope. It takes the philosophy of protagonist, which is who's a protagonist, the one who develops most, or the one who moves the story most. And to me, it takes, okay, well, it's the one who develops most. Well, why should the lesbian in this story be the one to develop it? Her lesbianism, her sexual orientation is okay. So by making the mother in Everything Everywhere the protagonist, it subverts the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer trope by putting those prejudiced and making their character changed, rather than taking the sort of combining it with the underdog trope, which don't really go together. It's interesting because I was thinking about that when watching an episode of 101 Dalmatians, the series, where Spot, they tried it, it's called My Fair Chicken, and Spot has to try to be conform to the fancy chickens, but really she wants to be a dog, and she says, I'm a dog in a chicken's body. And so, you know, of course, with people that I'm around, it's not hard to draw the correlation to, you know, I'll just play until I have nothing to talk about. I might as well play as BD Joe, he's the most famous. So it's the correlation. Chickens are trying to be, Horace and Jasper try to steal the chickens, and Spot, who's a dog, has to stop them. And it's interesting to me because, once again, even though you may not have noticed it while watching, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Those who were prejudiced against, those who faced prejudice had to prove themselves to society to be valid in a way. And is that a good narrative to push? It's just a cartoon episode. I'm not saying it's like transphobic or anything, but here's the thing, the fact that you don't really think about this when watching cartoons shows just how deeply embedded these ideas are in our society, that you don't really question it. And it's one of those things where, you know, our stories influence how we think and how we see society, and you just don't question it because it's, you know, well, talking about that, I don't know. Randy Newman's in it. Is Randy Newman in Pebble and the Penguin? That's crazy. I should have known, but that whole movie's pretty forgettable. But yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about lately, about, you know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I call it Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer trope. And one movie that I really liked that subverted it, well, as I said already, Everything Everywhere. Zebra Man, you know, does that underdog story to a Takashi Miike film. I love Takashi Miike. Zebra Man does that where, you know, once again, he's this weirdo underdog who goes around in a superhero suit, and people like make fun of him, and even he proves himself at the end, but the narrative doesn't focus on on seeking validation from those who were prejudiced against him. Instead, the camera focuses on those who always believed in him. So, you know, it still has that underdog story while validating those who weren't prejudiced, who were kind to him. I love Zebra Man. It's one of my favorite Takashi Miike films. Let's see what he said. Thank you so much for saying you're very interested in how I talk about this trope. One of my favorite. I feel a little guilty whenever I bring up my education because I don't want to like seem like flaunting it. But one of my favorite classes I ever took was gender and sexuality in film, and this is just the kind of stuff my mind thinks about. You know, now having like looked at films in such a way. You know, for once, let's take the bridge. Let's see if this is actually shorter, because the bridge really seems to kill my runs. Let's see if, like, the bridge is actually shorter. I'm glad you watched my Zebra Man video. Or at least you've heard me talk about it. I quite like Zebra Man. Oh no, why is the 18-wheeler making the right turn? Oh, it's too real. You know, anyone watching the replay, I hope you don't mind me playing the same level. Again, anyone who missed it, I did not edit the music in the other levels, so this is the only one copyright free. But it's okay, it's the best level, and I hope I'm providing you with enough content in terms of my commentary to entertain you. Or perhaps I scared you by being kind of like really into movies and narratives within the overall narrative and how they weave in society. Oh well. The thing is that I was thinking that while watching the Spot episode, and I still like that episode because I love Spot, and Janie does too. I was a little bit hesitant to bring it up to Janie because, you know, I talk about these stuff, you know, here, but when talking to a person, I understand I can come off as pontificating, and I didn't want to like do that and seem like I was being harsh on the episode, or like, you know, I didn't want her to see the episode in any lesser light. She can take it, I'm just kind of like a general person like that. I love watching stuff with Jamie. as you probably have guessed, because I mentioned I haven't watched stuff with her in a while. Thank you, I'm glad you like hearing me talk. My favorite episode of 101 Dalmatians so far, the series, I quite like the one where they're on a train and the colonel, who's like the eldest dog, you know, he's kind of like a joke. He has like these war stories. I don't know how like true they are. I mean, he's just a sheep herder dog, but it's kind of like he has to like do them for real. In front of the other pets who kind of like criticize his stories, and that was a fun one. One thing that I really like about 101 Dalmatians the series is that some episodes are half episodes and some episodes are full length, and I like that there's not really one. It's not like, oh, okay, a full length one, this is special. Like, they both happen. They're pretty consistent. They're pretty recurring in a consistent fashion in the series. That like, it's not like it's like, okay, yeah, well, you know, a half-hour episode. And Janie and I quite like that. We've always said that we admire cartoons that can go for like a whole full-length script like that. We always bring up Littlest Pet Shop, which. We like the characters. The thing is, we like some of the episodes, but we're not. You know, it depends on the episode. You know, whether or not we're into it. You know, also another part of our connection to it is because it's the gym partner guys are on it, which I don't know. Gym partner is funny. You know what movie I loved hearing you talk about, Watsib? Oh, Shinbone Alley. Oh gosh, well, I hated Shinbone Alley. But you know, in terms of the overall, in terms of narrative and society, you know, it fits in with like to where. I hate what it's saying. I do think it's a bad message. I really hated that movie, structurally and also like thematically. But this is one thing about the fallacy of criticism I've been thinking about, is that I can criticize a movie all I want, but our response to it is just as revealing to like our values in society, and you know, as much as the movie. And well, you know, I'm not going to waver on it. I'm not like, well, it really says something. I still think Shinbone Alley is an awful movie. It has an awful message, because if you actually put it into action, into society, it would be awful. So I'm not saying like, oh, it really makes us think about us. I mean, you know, that's just the nature of any movie. So really, I'm saying nothing in a grand sense. I feel a little mean because I wasn't sure how much you liked it, but no, it's okay. We can have differing opinions on movies. For one, I don't tell Jamie this. I secretly loved the Tom and Jerry, the movie. I really loved the singing gay dog. No, actually, I didn't love the movie. I can take or leave the singing gay dog, though. You know, he was all right. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. I'd like to think I salvaged that the best I could. Can I actually leap to the right? What's that tunnel there?
Hey, you're going the wrong way. Follow the arrow.
My gym partner is a monkey. God, I bet everyone that aired on Cartoon Network all the time. I'd be surprised if that wasn't a part of someone's childhood because it was just so ever present. Oh, barely by the skin of my teeth. Yeah, we watched the Tom and Jerry movie. It was as bad as people said. But it was interesting because it was part... Well, one, like I said, I love Don Bluth. And it fits into that era where he was so... He had such a style that people wanted to be like him. That is totally aping off of the orphan, the lost girl in All Dogs, that story. Let's pick up this guy. I'm a little scared of picking up groups of people in this game. See, it sort of felt like one of the last... Yeah, you know, you are right. It does feel that way. Like, it feels like the twilight between, like, because, and I don't know if it has to do with quality, but it feels like the twilight of like, okay, well, this is, yeah, there's, you know, this is kind of like some of the other cartoons, but there's, you know, there's something a little different about it. Of course, it doesn't fit into like the narrative of later, not like of like, oh, this is, you know, Adventure Time regular show. It's just something where it's like, yeah, this is a CN show, but it feels different. Another show that feels like that similarly is Squirrel Boy, which is funny because the main characters have a striking resemblance. They're both like pretty hateable. You know, I liked Squirrel Boy when I watched it, but I don't remember a single episode. Okay, actually I lied. I remember the episode where they get stranded on an island in the middle of a, you know, a figurative, a colloquial island in terms of like a different context, like an island in the middle of a freeway or whatever they call it. Oh, in the middle of a roundabout. That's the right word. I'm salvaging this run. Let's see what you say. Yeah, after this run, I'll wrap it up. But it was really fun talking with all of you. I was hoping some more of my YouTube subscribers could come in, but I won't. It was fun seeing you. This is gonna stay up on my YouTube channel, so if any of you missed out, you know, if any of you have to go, hey, the archive's still up. Will be up, and yeah. But it's not over just yet, because I still have to put up a good fight and lose. Who's snaking in there? I don't want to have to deal with correcting underwater. Yeah, we'll see how, you know, whether or not I stream. One thing I know that, like, I quite like just talking to any of you. Thank you so much, Trixie, for being active, and same with Jamie and Zenek and Oscar. Thank you for commenting. One of the way I kind of hear about like a good view that I heard on like streaming is like people say, oh well, you know, if you only have like, you know, so what if you don't have that many people? Like even if you have like a few people, a party's still a party. Like it's only just kind of like, I think some people view streaming like differently, like as if it were a YouTube video. Like oh well, you only have this many views, but even if you have not that many views, a party is still like, it's still a party with even just a few people. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to bite and take a group. But I'm not taking those marching bands. That marching band screws me up. Oh, awesome! I'm keeping these guys who will. I'm taking these guys who will keep me in Uptown. Let's see what AMV say. Yeah, thank you for joining, Oscar. I like that you say thank you for having me, but it's not like this is even an unlisted stream. Like, you know, anyone can join. But, you know, I appreciate the what's it called? I appreciate the politeness and your etiquette. Oh gosh. Bike shop, okay. This is kind of risky, but I'm gonna. Hey, what's that thing I regretted saying? No guts, no glory. Oh my gosh, dude. What the? Oh my gosh, it was so kind to consider that area still the bike shop. I didn't think they would be that kind. Tower of Records, great. Oh, dude. Okay, even if I get a normal, work my way back up. Oh, thank you, A&B Cartoons. I haven't seen you comment in a bit, so I was wondering if you were still there. Thank you so much for being here. I know it seems like I'm like wrapping it up, but hey, the party's not over. But I appreciate your kindness and anticipation. So I'll like just after this run, I'll like wrap it up, and then I'll probably listen in and be like, oh, my mic sounds horrible. How could they deal with that? Once again, if my mic sounds like staticky or whatever, you know, tell me, because it's had some issues sometimes, like depending on where it bends, but it should be okay. You know, this is how you do it though, like stay in Uptown, which is why I picked up some guy taking me to downtown. AMV Cartoons, I don't know if you missed it earlier. We were talking about tropes we don't like. Do you have any? Like in TV shows or movies? No guts, no butts, no coconuts. Uncle Duck, but it's all your mom's. No, we can't keep talking about Uncle Duck. People are gonna be really scared. Also, I love timestamps, so I'll be scrolling through the video on timestamping anything in case you want. CT Hospital, they only do C torture there. You'll have to find your B torture somewhere else. I'm too nervous to say. It's too late. I can't drop genitals and like this late into the stream. Get the joke, even if I was too much of a coward to go through with it. Don't pick up a Groot. Don't pick up a Groot. Pick up a red guy. Oh boy. I was kind of hoping I could get the $20,000. Oh, here's where it gets really arcadey when you play so bad it doesn't even like it starts you off on normal for some reason. When you're there, I don't even know how to like salvage it. But I'll try. You know, I'll keep this running. My throat's gonna hurt in the morning. I usually don't like, you know, I don't have to talk this much. Oh, that was Crazy Taxi 3. Maybe I'll show off more than one level next time. Uncle Dunkle wins the Funkle Dunkle. I'm afraid of Uncle Duck too. Thank you so much, A&V Cartoons, because I appreciate that you actually responded to my tweet and said you would want to see it. Because not that many people actually responded, which is fine. Like I said, I don't mind not that many viewers, but I was wondering like how many people. I was like, okay, do people want this or not?
Game over.
Oh, that's Crazy Taxi. Oh boy, do not close out OBS. Then I will be really like bad. Oh well. You know, I'm pretty much wrapping it up here. Let's see. I'll check in to what anyone says here. Probably post my Uncle Duck and Yu Nadakumi drawing on stuff. Okay, let's see. I don't like the trope where the main character is hated by everyone for a BS reason. Oh, I have a feeling that you mean... Where is it like Bendy from Foster's Home? It's Bendy from Foster's Home, right? I'm pretty sure that's the kind you mean. It's funny because there was something like that in, I want to say 101 Dalmatians, the series episode. I want to say, I think it was in a 101 Dalmatians, the series episode, where, oh yeah, it's where Corella's niece is, Corella's niece is, I might as well put my camera here, but Corella's niece is doing misdeeds and the puppies get blamed. It's funny because I was saying to Janie when we were watching that episode, I said, this is the episode every cartoon fan hates, because it seems to be just something that gets under people's skin. So I think that's the kind of trope you mean. Yeah, I do see what you mean, where even when the lead is proven right, because I don't know. I the way I think people watching are like I think the way people watch are like, oh, what's the word? I don't know. I guess it's like it's really annoying to them. I think part of the annoyingness is kind of like the state of any trope, which is that you know where it's going, so it doesn't help that, you know, whether or not it makes it easier on you. I guess you know that the character is going to be, you know, found innocent at the end. Buttons and Mindy. I'm not too familiar with Animaniacs. I've watched the reboot. The third season wasn't that good, but I liked it up to that point. I'm not too familiar with Animaniacs. I was tuned into the hub a lot, and I just didn't watch Animaniacs that much, which is funny because on my group me for university, everyone saw that I was Pinky. I was a cross-dressing Pinky from that one episode where he pretends to be a teacher in the reboot. I love Pinky. Oh my gosh, I love Pinky a lot, to the point where it's like a micro obsession. And around when the Animaniacs reboot was around, it was like a cycle. I was like, okay, I feel like making my PFP Pinky. Yeah, oh well, I guess I gave my insight on Rudolph the Red-Nosed, on the Rudolph the Reindeer syndrome, that kind of trope. But What else? Are there any tropes? Look, I kind of just like talking to you guys. Rita and Slappy are great. Oh, what trope? Is there any? Oh gosh. Hmm. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty open minded when it comes to movies a bit. Even though the one that I delved into was very weird, and some people probably don't think about it, but that was one that is on my mind. I just like talking to people. If this is, it'd be cool to keep this up, but I'll probably wrap up soon. I really was any trope that I don't like. I guess one. I guess one trope happened that I don't like in this one episode of 101 Dalmatians that Janie and I saw. Now I like this. These are two episodes like this so far, where Spot the Chicken is a detective solving a misdeed, and I like them, and I like the detective persona Spot goes into, but the incriminating evidence, the incriminating foreshadowing, is a split moment that like is purely not necessarily writing based. It's purely, and because movies and TVs are a visual medium, I feel like some people feel like they can get away with doing this, where it's like, oh, you blinked and you missed it, but in this scene, if you look in here in the background, they're doing this. Oh, and I think people let the visual medium of TV and movies go to their head when writing a mystery sometimes, so they cheap out in that aspect. Because to me, foreshadowing and stuff, even in a visual medium, should be harder evidence, not something like, oh, I just happened to not see that, or you could, or like in this case, you could almost write it off as an animation error. But stuff where it's like, my rule is that if it's not good foreshadowing in a book, like if you have to be right, because it wouldn't be good foreshadowing in a book, because you have to describe, oh, then this happens, and by that point you're reading it, it's like, why note that? If you're noting that, I can tell something's up with this. So my thing is, if it's not good foreshadowing in a book, if it's not good foreshadowing on the text script level, it won't be good foreshadowing in the final product, even if it's a visual medium. Yeah, Trixie knows because she watched it with me. Yeah, yeah, so did Janie and stuff. Anyways, oh, I'm not BRB. Actually, I'm wrapping this up because the fun can't go on to forever. And I did have a lot of fun. Like, really, like this is my first time doing it. And even though I screwed up at first with not going live, it was fun. And I'm quite happy with my sort of how I managed to get a dual monitor and stuff. So I am glad that worked. So I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you all for joining. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. This was a fun little diversion and new thing to try, and new skill to expand. So bye bye. Hey, thank you much for watching. So take care, everybody. I love you all. Take care. Bye bye.